saw him in the drugstore. He was a big, awkward-looking guy with work-worn hands. And he was fumbling through the card section. The section marked birthday, wife. I watched him out of the corner of my eye as he took out a card, read it, put it back. I could tell by the look on his face it wasn't what he wanted. He read another card, put it back, and another. Finally, he picked up one of those kind of corny-looking cards with flowers on the front. Still didn't look like it was what he wanted. Probably said something like, roses are red, violets are blue, you know. But he sighed and took it to the checkout counter. He paid the lady and she put it in a little brown paper sack and he took it home. I suppose he scrawled something simple on the bottom of it like, love, Pete. And he gave it to her. But it didn't say what he wanted to say. Because it's not always easy to say the things that really matter, is it? It's not always easy to say, I really love you. Sometimes it's hard to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Sometimes it's hard to say, I acted like a fool yesterday. Please forgive me. Sometimes it's hard to say, you're the glue that holds my whole world together, and if it weren't for you, I think I would just fall apart. The things you want to say aren't always easy, are they? But I think she probably knew. I think probably by the way he kind of grinned at her and maybe poked her on the elbow, I think she probably knew. Because there's something about living with somebody for a long time, really getting to know them and how they tick, and knowing what goes on inside of their head and their heart. Some of those things that are so hard to say don't have to be said. You just know. Love says it. You know, I think God tried all down through history to tell us what he wanted us to know. And he sent his prophets and his teachers, and they tried. And we got part of it. We got the part about God's justice and his law. We got the part about when we do bad things, we somehow have to pay. Oh, but the part that God wanted us to know, the part that says, I really love you, we weren't getting that. God seemed so far away. But I think before time began, God knew that would happen, and he had a plan. And he said, I know what I'll do. I'll send my love right down there where they can see it and touch it. And I'll send it as a little, tiny, vulnerable baby. So they'll have to touch it. They'll have to hold it close. God's love wrapped in a baby blanket in our arms. And my Bible says, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And we beheld his glory, the glory of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. God's love. Right there. His love
and only Jesus.